And that's our Let's Eat. Yeah, Let's Eat is brought to you by Why Cook. Eat local, fresh, and healthy. Check out whycook.com for that local restaurant, food truck, or chef in your neighborhood.
Absolutely. So, Brad, when I got married, it was not $1 million
It wasn't?
wedding.
I put in there. I thought it was $1 million.
It was not $1 million. I wish it was. No, but it was on a budget, so we could have used some of these tips. But let's head over to stage 3, where chef and entertainment expert Carol Mackey is going to help us with doing a bridal shower on a budget.
I like it. All right, let's go see. And Carol Mackey is in from the Midwest. She's a Chicago native.
I heard.
So
hey,
she
Carol.
knows about budgets, doing wedding stuff. And this is really nice. Now, Chef Mackey, we have to say, you're a chef, but also you started to do entertainment for people to like take it to a whole nother level, right?
I did, yes. I'm a professionally trained chef, went to culinary school, worked in that profession, and about 10 years ago started doing segments. And I started from catering events. I would see how much people would spend, and I thought, it'd be really good to incorporate, affordable DIY tablescaping in. And I love the DIY and crafting. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
So let's go through some of this, because I know you have some treats here, but before we get to that, let's go about the display and the setup.
Yes,
that's
perfect.
important, isn't it?
Right. So I like to start with 2 or 3 colors, okay?
Okay.
So that way it just makes it easier to tablescape. So
I'm doing theme.
Right,
yes.
the theme, the bridal theme, and then I have cream and lavender.
Beautiful.
So affordable. I got 2 cheesecloth runners online, and I couldn't find lavender, so I just used some fabric dye and dyed that. It took 5 minutes.
That's
super
so
cheap.
Smart.
Yes, and then another tip is to always vary the heights. So I did that with the candles. It makes it much more interesting.
Yes, the tapered candles is so
and then,
beautiful.
Great affordable DIY, the vases. So they're from the dollar store, and then I just took lavender acrylic paint. I poured it in and swirled it around.
That's it.
That is so smart.
And you can even do it kind of wavy and funky, and
So can I even go to the point where you actually can maybe have the bridesmaid do this as a party to set everything, to get everything going right?
Yes, super fun.
So they can do all the decorating and everything as a party, and they don't realize it. Oh, we're having a decorating party, and then all of a sudden it becomes like the display.
And even include the kids. When my kids were younger, they love when I say this, I had them do all the crafting, and the kids love it as well.
It's not child labor when it's your own kids.
You do kind of a high-low thing here, where you have beautiful fresh flowers, but then you have something like you said that was only $1 from the dollar store. So you have the fresh flowers that look gorgeous.
It's the high and the low. And with the flowers, all fresh flowers, but I couldn't find any lavender. So don't be afraid to buy a few faux flowers. So I have the lavender flowers, and I just stuck in there. No one will be the wiser.
I wouldn't even know.
I wouldn't have either.
And then another important tip from my years of catering: start with the plates. But put your flatware and napkins at the end of the table, because you don't need to be carrying them through the buffet. Just eat them to eat.
Thank you.
Smart.
All those parties out there, remember what you just said. Put the plates at one end and the silverware at the other, because it is embarrassing when you have to go all the way back and get the stuff. And people are like, I'm sorry, what do you want?
And then you can have your hands free to get more food.
I love it. All right, speaking of food,
and
let's
then,
jump to that.
Signature cocktail. So I always like to start with the signature cocktail. So I have a fun name. For the bridal shower, you got to have a fun name. So it's Blushing Bride.
Oh, so cute.
And a cute little idea, and very affordable. I took some baby's breath, which will last days out of water, and just clip that onto the glass. So it adds a fun little inexpensive, idea for your drink.
That's great.
And then food tags too. If you notice in front of the food here, I have food tags. People want to know what they're eating, and you can get very creative with that as well. So appetizer, I have strawberry hearts, brie, and a grape that I skewered. You can buy mini brie. However, yesterday when I went to the grocery store, they were out. So another tip from catering: you can freeze a round of brie, and then you can easily take off the rind, and then you can cut it. So I had a little round cutter, so when it was still, somewhat frozen, I cut it. So easy.
Perfect.
So
What's
next dish here?
So I like to stay away from hot foods for a buffet, because once it gets cold, nobody wants it, and it's too much to maintain the buffet. So this is Green Goddess smoked salmon.
Green Goddess smoked salmon.
Yeah, it's fabulous. I made it last spring, and it's a favorite. So poached salmon.
This was from last spring. It stays that long?
It does. Little shellac.
You try it, Brad.
And it's good to go, so I developed it last spring. It's been a huge hit at parties. And I have the recipe on my website, Green Goddess. Serve it cold, room temp. And then just decorate with radishes. If you have find some sprouts,
So beautiful.
peas, yes.
Do you serve that with some crackers on the side?
No,
or just
no,
the way
it's
it
an
is?
entree.
It's an entree.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I have a
Beautiful.
smaller version for our table, but you can get a nice salmon fillet, make a couple, when one's done, then
Bring out
replenish
another
it.
one. I love
And
it.
then is
Okay.
this our dessert?
Dessert.
Yes, so then for the dessert, I had antique teacups that I've had for years, and I
So
thought a fun
beautiful.
idea for the shower. Any dessert you want. I actually have carrot cake, which I love, and I had it left over from Easter. So I just cut it in a little round, put it in there, pipe down the cream cheese and walnuts.
good to
and
go.
then you want to end with your party favor for your guests.
Perfect.
Yes.
So from my shower, well, the bride shower, to yours, DIY lavender soap. So very inexpensive. Bought the soap online. It was,
to
not
do.
expensive. Little burlap, little lavender,
Yeah.
and there you have it.
And leave everybody with a gift.
So beautiful. Yeah,
This is
so
cute. This is
Carol,
awesome.
this is a gorgeous spread. I would have loved to have this at my bridal shower, but tell everybody where they can find more information about you so they can do something like this.
Yes, carolthatcooks.com.
Okay,
Perfect.
nice and
There it
easy.
is.
I love it.
Love it. Carol,
This
thanks for
is
joining
amazing.
us.
Thank you.
So.